no, you're hitting on some of the things today that are on my mind, like cold outreach and not trying to like scale too fast. So my partner and I, we work the business part-time. We're very hands-on when we are working it, and we're not looking to have, like 20 clients. We don't do like big volume. We usually work with lifestyle brands that are founder-led or small to medium size. A lot of our business has come from referrals, but as you probably maybe are aware, in recruitment, it can be cyclical. And so I want to start to really lean a little bit more into proactive sales. And I've struggled a bit to kind of get my momentum there. Now, I don't have any of the funnel stuff going. Could be something that I look to do in the future, and have definitely thought about it. But right now it's kind of like stripped down. I don't have the funnel. I have a website. I have business backing, referrals, all of those pieces. And I've done some cold outreach. Where I struggle on the cold outreach, and I'm just hoping maybe you can like help me with a mind frame, like a mindset perspective, or maybe just where to even start, is I'm looking to, when I go and do my outreach and my cold outreach, I find that what I see is like these drip campaigns or, kind of selling and assuming the problem up front. And I'm much more of like a relationship person. I'm much more focused on getting to know someone first. And I don't really know how to like blend that approach with like cold or warm outreach. Does that make sense?
So here's let's just make an email here that I can send all you guys. Quick. So the best email that I've always used whenever I'm doing cold outreach has this subject line: 15 or 10-minute chat on Tuesday. Okay. Because the best subject lines ask a question. And this one particularly gets someone to open up their calendar. Right. And so now they're opening up their calendar and you're like, hey, like I've used this to like raise money from, Joe Montana, the Hall of Fame quarterback, the CEO and COO of Shopify, number 8, number 20 at Facebook. I've used this to close big deals with companies for Herb. The list goes on. So, hey, name, I noticed your content on LinkedIn and was struck by the degree to which your company's obsessed with your customers and goes above and beyond and everything. I really resonate with that. It's the exact reason I created Founder OS. For background, I've helped 3,200 founders over the last year go and scale systemized founder-led brands and remove themselves from operations. I'd love to connect around how we can help you go and take your founder-led brand to the next level. Do you have 15 minutes to chat on Tuesday at 11 a.m. PST? So 1 second here. So I noticed, right, specific thing, right? In this case, I'm just giving example, right? And then I really resonate with that. It's the exact reason I created, insert company. And then for background, and then insert value prop / improve for your company. And if you don't have this, like find something, right? You should have some way, something that, speaks to something. Get creative.
Yeah,
I'd love
yeah.
to connect. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm just speaking to everyone. I know you have that. Some here may sometimes go, oh, I don't have anything though. It's like, well, dig deep. There's got to be something. You've helped this company with this. You've helped this many people with that. There's got to be something. And if not, go and find a way to get something. So I'd love to connect around how we can help you take, insert whatever to the next level, right? So this is kind of a template I would use back in Napkin. It's real, it's mobile friendly. It's something they can read when they're in the back of an Uber and respond to you. And you're getting them to open their calendar and they're going to say, oh, I can't on Tuesday at 11, but I could at 1 p.m. It's like, bingo. And then send them the calendar invite, get them on a call and move to next steps with them. So that's what I would do. This is what's actually worked for me in my career.
Perfect. And is that somewhere in the sales, that template, is that somewhere in the sales OS?
Nope. I'm going to share it to you in the chat here right now.
Oh, perfect. Thanks. And one question, like in the subject line, do you think you should put like recruitment or what it's about? No. Okay.
Just a 10-minute chat on Tuesdays. That's what I would put, or whatever day of the week you're thinking. But you want that actual subject line. If I saw recruitment in a subject line, I'd skip over it. But if I see this subject line, I'm like, oh, who's this? And here's the other thing. Let's talk about mindset with this, because it's the mindset, honestly, with most things. whether it's like you're trying to find a partner, or you're trying to find a investor, you're trying to close deals. It's all mostly a numbers game, right? And most of us are trying to get to a yes, and you should also just take pride in getting lots of no's, right? The more no's, the more yeses. So when you're sending this stuff out, if you're like not hearing back from like one, from 8 out of 10 people, like whatever, because 2 people are getting back, those 2 calls do get booked. You do have a 50% close rate. You close 1 deal per 10 emails. That's a fantastic conversion rate, right? And I think sometimes
And
people get way too precious overall when they're like, oh, but 5 people said no. It's like, oh my God. When I first raised capital for Herb way back in the day, 10, 12 years ago, I probably literally had in the course of a month over 1,100 no's. 1,100, right? All to get one person to say yes. And then when that one person said yes, so did another 17. And so get used to no. It's okay. Like, welcome to the club. Like, just stack up a lot of no's. And if you just keep at it, right? Like, good things will happen. So just
and
something to put out there.
how do you sequence that? Like, say they don't respond back to you, would you then do like a call referencing the email, or would you do another email and offer
I
something?
wouldn't call personally. I would probably, the other thing I like to do is like hit people across multiple platforms. So I would probably also go and hit people on an Instagram DM. Herb, like almost every, I would say like 70% of the customers we close is from Instagram DMs. And so in your space where it's like people, LinkedIn DMs suck. So I wouldn't do LinkedIn personally. I never answer LinkedIn DMs. I don't know about you guys. Who here answers LinkedIn DMs? Do you guys answer LinkedIn DMs? Okay, Ryan does. Okay, people, Eric does. Okay, so yeah, no, that's why I'm asking, because I maybe I'm just some weirdo that way. I never answer LinkedIn DMs, but Instagram DMs I definitely do. So I feel
That's
like
so
Instagram,
interesting.
yeah.
I'm curious why. I'm just so curious why. Like, why no LinkedIn? Just a mind
Um,
frame on it or a mindset about
I
it?
just think when I like look at LinkedIn DMs, like they're just like so like what I don't know, there's
Garbage.
just garbage. So it's just like
Interesting.
just random shit. So yeah, I don't even answer it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my own approach.
Okay, cool. Thanks. I'll send over some stuff as well. I'm going to get down into some of the documents that you're talking about and send some offers. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for the
Let's
support.
go.